general representation of a qubit in terms of a ket or a quantum state is this: cos of theta by 2 0 plus e power I phi sine of theta by 2 1. Okay. Also, there is another general representation of a qubit state, which is the following: the density matrix of a qubit can be written as half times identity plus V sigma, where V is the block vector, and sigma is the Pauli matrix, or we treat it as a Pauli vector here, given by sigma x x cap plus sigma y y cap plus sigma z z cap. But of course, there is sigma x, sigma y, and sigma z are the usual Pauli matrices. Alright, let's see how these two results are interconnected, or how this rho is derived from the side. We often use this result in many places. So let's see how this result can be derived, how rho can be derived from sine. So that would be today's lecture. Okay, so the proof. Alright, let's start from the usual definition of rho. Certainly psi is a pure state here. Okay, so rho is going to be psi psi, right? So this would be then cos theta by 2 0 plus e power I phi sin theta by 2 1. Okay, draw a line here, and then the bra part of it. So cos theta by 2 0. See now the e power I phi would be converted to e power minus I phi, because it's the bra of this ket. And sine is a real number. Okay. Then I get the following terms. I get a cos square theta by 2 for 0 0 plus e power minus I phi sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2 for 0 1, and then I multiply this term with those two terms first, and then I multiply this term with those two terms. So here I get e power I phi sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2 1 0 plus the last term is e power I theta and e power minus I theta gives a 1. So I get a sin square theta by 2 sin square theta by 2 1 1. Alright, this then gives me the following matrix. I get a cos square theta by 2 here. This position is meant for the coefficient of 0 0. I get a e power minus I phi sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. Alright, I get a e power I phi same sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2, and then the last term is sin square theta by 2. You could also see here that the diagonal terms adds up to, and then that is indeed what it should be. Okay, the diagonal terms give you the net probability. Alright, so we have got our row matrix. Let me erase the intermediate steps. Okay, so this is our row. You could see, to reach at V, I must convert it to first Vx x cap plus Vy y cap plus Vz z cap. And we have already seen in last lecture that Vx, Vy and Vz are very defined forms. Okay, so Vx if you remember, that was the, let's say that is the V1. Let's index them 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And accordingly, let's index this sigma x, sigma y, sigma z as 1, 2, 3. It doesn't matter actually. Just for the convenience. So our V1 was, the x component was sin theta cos phi, V2 was sin theta sin phi, and V3 was cos theta. This is something that we saw last time. Okay, so the target would be to convert these matrices to these particular terms and sigma 1, sigma 2 and sigma 3. Okay, and we know that sigma 1 is this 1, 1, 0, 0, sigma x matrix. Sigma 2 is 0 minus I 0, and sigma 3 is 0, sorry, 1 minus 1, 0, 0. So we would decompose it in such a way that ultimately we get these in terms of this V1 and sigma. Alright, let's proceed. So rho equals to, in the first step what I do is, I write cos square as 1 plus cos. So I do the following transformation, 1 plus cos theta by 2. Cos square theta by 2 could be written as 1 plus cos theta by 2. Accordingly, sin square theta by 2 I write as 1 minus cos theta by 2. Okay. This term I write it as I multiply a 2 and divide it by a 2, and I just write it as e power minus I phi by 2. Then I multiply 2 here, and this becomes 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. This term I am talking about. Now you could see that this term is nothing but sine of theta, right? So this becomes sine of theta. Alright, and then this term here can be accordingly converted to e power I phi by 2 cos of theta. Okay, all good. Let me pull out this 1 by 2 outside, and you could already notice that I have already got this 1 by 2 here. Okay, and then I have 1 plus cos theta here, and here I expand this e power minus I phi because at one point I will be needing these i's here. Okay, and also sin theta cos phi terms, sin theta sin phi terms. So you could see here the sin theta, so which would lead to this term, and here you have a cos theta which would lead to okay, sin theta, which would lead to again this cross term, because I would be dividing this, I would be writing this e power I phi as cos theta cos phi sin phi term. Okay, that's good. So this becomes cos phi minus I sin phi, cos phi minus I sin phi times sin theta, and this one becomes cos phi plus I sin phi cos theta, right? Okay, and then I have a 1 minus cos theta. Alright, let's write the next step then. I write the next step here above it. Okay, I'm running out of space, so just I'm not doing it in a serial order, but then you could follow me. So our row then becomes this matrix. I have a half outside, 1 plus cos theta, and here I get cos phi sin theta, cos phi sin theta minus I times sin phi sin theta. Alright, here I get cos phi cos theta plus I of sin phi cos theta, sin phi cos theta. Okay, let me check. Cos phi I sin phi, cos phi sin theta by 2, cos phi sin theta okay. Alright, we have done a mistake here. See, this sin theta cos theta term, when I wrote it as a 2 times sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2 as sin of theta, I also get a sin of theta here. Alright, sorry for the mistake. Sin of theta here. So my terms then accordingly become so all I did is I multiplied it 2 here, and 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2 is sin of theta. Accordingly 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2 is sin of theta. So we have sin of theta both the ways. Then I expanded this exponential basically. Alright. So here I have cos phi sin theta, and then plus I times sin phi sin theta, and 1 minus cos theta here. Okay, now we could notice that cos phi sin theta is this term V1, sin phi sin theta is V2, and cos theta is V3. So we are almost done. So let me replace this cos and sin terms in terms of V1, V2 and V3, and what I get is half 1 plus cos theta I write as 1 plus V3. This term becomes then sin theta cos phi, so V1 minus V2. Here I get V1 plus V2, and here I get 1 minus V2. Okay, so I'm just about to be done. Oh, hold on. I should not forget the I here, V1 minus I V2, and here as well V1 plus I V2. Alright, now what I do is I divide it into 3 parts. Okay, 4 parts actually. So what I do, I put a half outside, and then the first matrix that I write is the following: 1 1 0 0, because of this one and this one. Okay. Then I wrote V3 and minus V3. So again I take these terms as 0 and I write V3 and minus V3. Certainly if you add these two matrices, then you could see they would yield this matrix here. If you add these two, then they would yield this matrix, where the off-diagonal elements would be 0 and this point would be 1 plus V3 and this point would be 1 minus. Then let's take care of these terms. So first I write it as 0 0 V1 V1 for this first term, and then in the second term minus I V2 I V2, and here 0. Okay, we are almost done now. Just 2 steps remain. We could note that if I take this V3 outside, then it is nothing but the Z matrix. If I take this V1 outside, it is nothing but the X matrix. And if I take the V2 outside, it is nothing but the Y matrix. So finally I write it as the following. I write it as half times this one is identity matrix plus this I can write as V3 times sigma 3 plus this I write as, I take the V1 common, so all that if I take V1 common, what I am remaining is 0 1 1 0, then that becomes sigma 1, and I write this as V2 times, if I take V2 outside, then minus I 0 0, so that's my sigma 2. Now see, isn't this term looking like a dot product of V vector and sigma vector? Yes, V1 sigma 1, V2 sigma 2, V3 sigma 3. So I write this as half of identity matrix V dot, and this is indeed the proof done. So just to remind what we tried to do here, we had the general ket form, we just saw the general row form, and we tried to prove the general row from the ket form doing some particular mathematical manipulations. So we first wrote our row in terms of sin cos, then we broke them to get this V1, V2, V3 and sigma 1, sigma 2. So yeah, I hope you would have got some idea from here.